everybody all
Yeah,
together.
make sure right now it's recording.
Right. You're good.
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos? Aquí estamos con mi amigo. Yo soy Mecos. Miren Mequitos. Nah, mi amigo Clark de AK Game Farm. Aquí con mi amigo Kevin Shackelford. Muy conocido por el hijo de Dink Fair. I interviewed your pops about what was it, like
2 years ago?
no, about 4 years ago?
4 years ago?
Yeah. Digo que hace como 4 años entrevisté a su papá. I've always had a lot of respect for him, but when I went to actually go see him and you know, I talked to him, you know, just for 4 or 5 minutes at the shows and stuff, the poultry shows. But that time when we stayed there for like, you know, talked to him for 4 or 5 hours, so knowledgeable. I mean, one of the greatest breeders. I mean, really, really knowledgeable.
Been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
He's a legend, you know. Like I say, he's 50 or 60 years.
70
years.
75, I think.
75 years old.
Really?
Yeah, he's been doing it. I think he started off with Good Brothers back when he was riding bicycle over there as a kid.
Empezó con el hijo de él, el papá de él empezó con los Good Brothers. Tiene ya 75 años. Mr. Dink Fair. He looks healthy, real healthy. Yeah.
Because he works.
Keep you busy.
Because he works every day.
That's right.
Dice que está muy sano porque trabaja todos los días. Can you turn that off? Please? Thank you, brother. Ya compré nuevos micrófonos porque estaban muchas quejas. ¿Cómo se ve el sonido? ¿Se escucha bien el sonido ahí? A ver, amigos. Bueno, está bien. Díganme si se escucha bien el sonido o no. Brother, can you do me a favor? Can you bring a bottle of that medicine? It's either come either a truck or it'll be your dad's house. Please, thank you, brother. So where are you living at right now?
I'm down in Waldo, Arkansas.
What the hell are you doing in Arkansas?
Well, I moved down there because at the time, Dink was in Shreveport, and it, you know, I was close. I was just building the farm, and it was easy access. And then, well, they moved up here to Kentucky, and him, you know, better ground. And
Well, Arkansas, it's hard to beat to raise chickens too. You know, you raise a lot of nice, healthy son of a guns down there, and it's hard to beat.
Estaba en Arkansas porque estaba cerca de su papá. You ever think about moving to Oklahoma? Or Kentucky?
well, you know, I grew up in Oklahoma, so Oklahoma's always been home.
Este creo en
I mean,
Oklahoma.
But it looks just like this. It looks just like this part of Kentucky where I'm from. It was all rolling hills and Bermuda grass.
In Oklahoma?
Yeah.
How about Arkansas?
We got a lot of bahia grass and real humid and hot. But I mean, we're real sandy ground, so that helps us out quite a bit.
Rolling? Your farm's rolling or it's flat?
No, my ground's flat.
Okay.
Pretty flat, but I got good drainage.
Que tiene buen drenaje ahí en su rancho. That's important how you have good drainage on a farm because
Oh yeah.
it washes away all the feces and
Yeah, you don't want to be raising in the swamp, but
que es muy importante tener un rancho donde haya buen drenaje. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Buen drenaje por las enfermedades. What kind of breeds are you raising right now?
sweater kelso, got some blacks, Albanese, and I just got me some round heads.
Dice que tiene sweater kelso, unos prietos, Albanese y unos roundheads que le compró aquí a Clark. How'd you like the roundheads from?
Well, my original round heads were the Lacey's, and I got them from Mac White, and Dink picked them up for me. And they just getting a little bit inbred and stuff, so
Your
I needed
original-
some round head blood to, I knew wouldn't hurt them, and put back in them.
Into your kelsos?
No, into
Right.
my round heads, so I could save my round heads because they were starting to get a little
He's going
inbred.
into his.
And so I was going to use Clark's to put into mine.
Okay,
Yes,
are they getting kind of short, your roundheads, or?
Well, they were already pretty inbred when I got them.
Que
And these are going to help with the height a little bit and put some, just some fresh blood in.
que tiene unos roundheads muy buenos, pero que ya están muy refinados y que vino aquí con Clark para agarrar unos roundheads de él, para reforzar la sangre de él. How exactly do you breed a family into and breed it out? Or are you going to keep it separate, or you can breed in and breed it out, or you breed in for a while and check it out and then breed it out?
Well, my bread and butter is mostly the sweaters, kelsos, and Albanese. Now, I do have the blacks, and I got the flare eyes and the roundheads all used in I'll make me crosses with. Okay. But the way I breed them in, and you'll breed it in and breed it back out, is I'll breed them half and half, and then I'll take, the pullets out of them, put them back over one of my other cocks.
On both
and
sides.
On both sides.
And which was the better,
Yeah,
right?
It's all trial and error.
And it is.
It's all trial and error.
Que su base son los Albany's, Kelsons y sus sweaters, pero que también tiene los prietos, los topis y también los cabeza redonda. Entonces lo que él hace es los cruza con sus cabezas redondas de él, mitad y mitad, y luego las hijas se la pone a un lado y al otro lado, y ya ve cuál lado le gusta más. Your Kelsons and Albany's and your sweaters, they're from your daddy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Son los que sus líneas son las mismas líneas de su papá. Your Kelsons are white-legged or yellow-legged?
White-legged.
Tiene los Kelsons white-legged. Real smart. No?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't see the way I've got mine bred and the way I've bred them. They're coming.
Yeah.
I mean, and I breed them. There's not a lot of difference between them, I don't think, in my sweaters.
Okay. Son muy parecidos sus sueros con sus yellow. Otra cosa que quiero mencionar también que toda la práctica de aquí es para puro show. No autorizamos ni hablamos nada. All the talk we're doing right here is all for show and for breeding purpose only. We don't condone or promote any kind of illegal activities here in the country. So that's just a little disclaimer there. So how long you been in chickens then? Did your
I mean, I grew up around it, so I guess most of my life, But I was always under Dad and stuff till I'd say. This 2009 is when I bought my farm in Arkansas.
Que tiene toda su vida con su papá y hasta el 2009 empezó se separó. You got a cell phone number that people can call you?
I do. It's 727-804-7929.
Okay, repeat again. Slowly.
727
727
804
804
79
79 29. Ese es su celular de aquí. Do you have a Facebook account?
I do. It's Kevin Shackelford.
Está como en Facebook como Kevin Shafter. Si quieren el nombre exacto, manden un inbox y yo con gusto le doy el nombre, le mando el link de su Facebook. También quiero promocionar mi nuevo Bugatti Pro que estamos usando ahorita. Ese que con lo que ganamos ahí en León, Guanajuato, lo usamos en la cuida, también la punteada.
Vitamins.
Yeah. He tried my vitamins. He likes it a lot too. We use this in León, Guanajuato for the feeding and for the pointing. Also works real well with the molt right now. También jala muy bien en la pluma. Cascabeles won day before yesterday.
Oh, they won day before yesterday?
Yeah. Well, they really fought on the El Roble and Infierno, but there were some Cascabeles roosters.
Oh, okay.
And antier ganó Cascabeles la Octerola. Bueno, más bien ganó el Infierno y ganó el Roble. Creo que algunos gallos eran de Cascabeles. Y ayer, felicidades a Carboneras. Carboneras won it yesterday en San Miguel del Alto. Un saludo a Don Daniel, un saludo a partido a Cascabeles y un saludo para Bombón, que fue el empresario. We gotta go down to Mexico. You never been to Mexico?
I've been to Chihuahua. Here
That's
recently.
not really Mexico.
Hey,
I'm joking.
we
I'm
were
gonna get in trouble here.
We had a good time down there.
Okay, if we had Chihuahua.
No, I don't hardly get away from the farm for very long, so it's but I definitely want to get down there. I've always liked going to Mexico. Got caught down there. Now I'm gonna have to go down there and visit.
Oh, we'll get you in trouble. We'll get you in a lot of trouble.
No.
No, I ain't gonna get no trouble.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's more than welcome. We'll help him any way we can. He's always helped me in the past, and we're good buddies, and we always try to help each other when we can.
We'll be in Mexico, competing every week. So if you want to come down there, come and see us. You're welcome to
that'd be
stay at the
great.
farm.
That'd be great.
We got extra bed there and
Yeah.
lots of food. And you're single or you're married?
Oh, I'm single.
We'll get you married down there.
Yes, well, I am single. Yeah.
We'll get you married and divorced in a couple weeks. Dice
That'll
que
work.
tiene esposa y que es soltero. Ya lo casamos y lo divorciamos de volada. You want to say hello to your wife?
Yeah, hello.
How about your girlfriend?
Salúdate. No, but we're excited.
We got ready. ¿Cómo se pone rojo el muchachito?
She's Chacana.
Tiene un chacana que le va a cortar el cuello.
But we're real excited for Clark. We're ready to see him go down there and see, you know.
If you
Part
don't win
them
the battle,
waters, little
I'm throwing
boys.
back over the border back to you guys. Que si no gana la mocha, para atrás, para allá, para acá, para
You're
acá,
gonna
para
do all right
Kentucky.
down there. I promise you that.
Now we partner up. We always. I mean, we're like this all day long, and we're just fucking.
We like to joke and get up and have fun, and you know we work real hard, so you know we like to joke, and it just makes it a little bit better and fun. You know, as we go along, we got good friends to share everything with, and you know a lot of good people that helps us out. You know, my partner, you know, Chubbs and everybody, and it's hard to beat. You know.
Dice que tenemos un buen
Fun
equipo.
camaraderie.
Su socio aquí de Chubbs y
people.
nosotros tenemos buen equipo también. Hay mucho respeto. Aunque, you know, we kid around, but we respect each other a lot.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
respect
just,
each other. It's all about respect in the first, you know.
you know, he's got his job. He's the pointer. You know, Chubbs is the breeder. I'm kind of like the salesman manager, best handler in the world. El Chubbs es el creador y él también es creador.
Bon Pradini.
A mí me dice el Bombón Pranini. El mejor saltador de México ya ahorita. No, but Mexico's fun though. You gotta come down there.
Oh yeah, I'd love to come down.
The Intercontinental.
So I'll be in a different boat than you. Right.
The
I'll behave.
Intercontinental is still real fun. I mean, all the big boys go down there, especially the Golden Rooster. They have van muchos gringos allá en el Golden.
It's more for breeders.
It's the
Breeders.
pits inside the pits inside the hotel. So it's a resort. It's a resort, five-star
Oh,
resort.
okay.
So you got swimming pool, fancy restaurants. The pits inside the hotel. So you don't have to leave the building.
Well, that's all right. It sounds like good time.
Wake up, go out, you know.
Look at chickens
look
go.
at chickens and
Come back, yeah. Real safe. Lo estoy invitando al Golden si quiere ir, que es un ambiente muy bonito. Van muchos gringos allá. But we're excited about this year, though. We're
Yeah, well, we're excited for you. We're keeping track of you.
we
You know,
make them
we'll-
old sweaters and them round heads famous.
Yeah, that's right.
The sweaters and round heads, yeah. The sweater man and the round head man. You know.
Well, what's your best cross? Your most favorite cross? ¿Cuál es tu favorita cruz? Te estoy preguntando.
You know, I don't know that I actually have a favorite, because if I really thought I had one that I thought was that much better, that's all I'd breed. But
Que no tiene una favorita, porque si no tiene una favorita.
I would say I get more requests for sweaters and Kelso crosses. But I mean, I like the Albanese myself. I think the Albanese are probably a little more naturally my kind of style.
Dice que mucha gente pide por sus sueros y por sus calzos, pero a él le gustan mucho los Albanese. They come straight comb, peacomb?
Mine are peacomb.
Peacomb,
All of them are
yellow
peacomb.
leg, dark or lemejaco?
Dark.
Que sus árboles son morados,
I've got a few straight comb sweaters, that you know, the old throwback, but and I like them too. I'm not much of. I don't like trimming them.
I like it. Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't like trimming them. So,
Beep, beep,
but
you know.
if you get the straight comb sweaters, they'll still throw mostly peacomb for the most part, unless you're actually really breeding for it.
que sus
But
sueros
they've
son
always been really good.
cresta caída. Did they come ever come in white leg, your sweaters, or no?
No,
No?
mine haven't.
All yellow leg.
Yeah.
Rule lemejaco?
Well, the bad cats come a little darker, but I mean they're going to be orangey red.
Sí, que son your dad has a saying that
Color of money.
the color of money is orange. Que su mamá
Yeah,
decía
the golden boys. Yeah, well.
que el color amarillo es el color del dinero para los...
Now, I mean, if I got two that are identical and I think I can't decide between them, then I'll look at color.
Yeah.
Que dice que
But-
tiene dos que están idénticos, que son igual de buenos, que sí se va al color, pero not.
But most of mine are more of an orangey red.
White streamers, white heckles, or no?
Well, they gotta have white streamers. I mean,
Que-
I like chrome
That's
on my
chrome.
I like chrome on my
Guías
chickens.
blancas, abajo muy blanco abajo. Like your daddy, huh?
Oh yeah.
Them toppies are hard to raise, huh?
To raise the pure toppies, they are. I think if a guy really wanted to raise a bunch of pure ones, you almost need to keep them to themselves. When they're first born, they're a little bit smaller, so they tend to get picked on a little bit. Yeah. Now, once you get them 8, 12 weeks old, you're fine.
That because they're so inbred?
No, it's just because that's just their
que sus topis,
the way they are. They're smaller.
Hay que sacarlos aparte porque vienen más chiquitos y a veces los pican los más grandes, pero ya cuando desde 6, 8 semanas ya funcionan muy bien.
But and they're thing about toppies is they're very good crossing fowl. Pure, they're short. I mean, they look like old timey chickens, but they cross so well.
Que sus topis son muy chaparros, pero que cruzan muy bien con todo.
That's what makes them worth keeping.
Okay. Big or not?
Yeah, everybody likes a big knot. Everybody likes that big knot.
Que entre más copete ten, más bonitos.
Yeah.
That your daddy got it from Junior Bell, right? Or no?
Years ago.
Que su papá se lo agarró con Junior Bell. Did your dad breed any sweater into them, or just it came?
I don't want to talk about what he done with them. You gotta talk to him on what he did. But I've got mine, and they got a little. They're getting inbred a little, okay. But I tried to make enough of them and spread it out as far as I can go back.
Cousins,
uncle, the cousin, niece,
que sí están un poquito refinados, pero trata de agarrar nietos con, perdón, tías con los sobrinos o viceversa.
See, I've been pretty fortunate, having been my father and stuff, that I didn't have to do a lot of this tight inbreeding to set the lines. I mean, the family lines are pretty well. Yeah, they were already, the genes were locked in for me for the most part. So I can go back and go uncle and niece and
you'll be fine.
Grandfather, granddaughter, if I need to keep the line.
Que él tuvo suerte porque su papá ya tenía bien reforzadas las líneas y bien apretadas las líneas, que se llama. Cuando ya la tienes bien apretado y ya salen uniformes, they all come uniform, right?
Yeah.
Y puede ahorita agarrar una sobrina con un tío y le funciona muy bien. So somebody can come over to your house and get a cowso or a sweater and you can give them the same lines too, right? So they don't have to invent anything, right? You recommend them getting like a broodcock and like 2 sides of the family, or what do you recommend somebody buying?
Well, it just depends on what they're wanting to do with them. But I got like anywhere from 40 brood pens, and it sounds like a lot, but I can do 5, 10 sweater brood pens, 10 kelso, and so on. But that gives me the room to where I don't have to do the real tight. I try to keep myself out of a corner, reading into a corner.
Tiene 40 lotes y por eso él puede crear sin meterse muy apretado a la línea tan refinado para mantener sus familias bien. What do you get for your brood fowl?
Well, for a stag and pullets, it's $14.50 shipped.
For one stag and two pullets? Yeah. 1,450 ya enviado anywhere in the States, right?
Huh?
Anywhere in the States, right?
Anywhere in the States.
1,450 el trío. Broodcock?
It depends on what I've got. I try not to hold too many cocks over if I can, but that's just kind of a matter of correspondence.
Yeah. Okay.
It's. I don't want to say, because a lot of times I don't.
You rather sell trios?
Yeah.
Okay. If somebody wants an extra hen, how much you get for a hen? Or you rather sell trios?
Pullets. He don't keep much 2-year-olds. That's what he's trying to say.
No, but how about you ask for a pullet?
$3.50.
$3.50 por la polla es lo que pide.
That's shipped.
Yeah, that. So if somebody wanted to have your sweaters, you recommend him having both lines of the sweaters, or what do you recommend if somebody? I want to get your sweaters and I want to keep them for a long time, for 10, 20 years. What do I do? What do I buy from you?
Hey, you buy a trio sweater, but you tell me that and I always ask people, like, are you wanting to breed them, keep them, so you can make your own family? I can do a lot of times, not all the time, but I can try to get you sisters, okay, if it's possible, or I can get you 2 different, cousins, and then you can single mate or put them all together.
Que si yo quiero un trío de él y quiero mantener una familia, ¿qué me recomienda? yo quiero sus sweaters, dijo que trata de darme 2 hermanas o 2 primas para que no estén muy llegadas al gallo para poder hacer sus líneas.
I mean, I just be honest. I don't really want to tell people how to breed them because that's all on you. I mean, that's kind of that's up to what you're going for, and you know, there's no guarantees that
it's in the eye of the beholder. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Big Jim, my buddy's father, he said that most good families were accidents. You know.
Yeah, it's trial and error, all of it. You know.
There's no guarantees
No,
on
there's no
anything.
guarantees. Yeah.
Dijo Big Jim que no hay garantías. Digo Big Jim que un amigo mío, que casi todas las familias son accidentes. Digo, pues no hay garantía en esto, o sea, son animales.
I mean, there's a lot of, but crosses have done very well, and that's one of the things that's really helped the sweaters and stuff is that they cross real well and the things, and you know, around here, I think everybody's really. A lot of people are doing the pure for their brood, their seed fowl, and they're doing a lot of crosses, and that's just because it really helps out with the all around health, and you know you're making basically hybrids when you're crossing them.
Dice que cuando haces un gallo muy refinado, pues tiene más problemas con la salud. Cuando haces un mitad, pues haces más un gallo más híbrido, más salud, más estamina porque es un híbrido. It's a hybrid, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're putting that fresh blood in them. That's going to help all the time. They're doing very well with sweaters and grays, sweaters blacks.
They hired me to go.
Kelso black. I mean, Kelso hatch used to be real famous. Roundhead hatches were. Hatch roundheads were famous.
Que los hatch Kelso eran muy famosos. Yeah, we got hired to go to Philippines. I got hired to go to Philippines to breed some of that Mexican blood into them, but que me ganaron para ir a las Filipinas.
They ran him out of the country.
Que iba a ir a vender maquilas a las Filipinas, pero no pude entrar. They got jealous and the men voted me out. Nah. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Well, before we finish off, tell me about your blacks.
Well, now I ain't had the blacks for a long time. I got the blacks from Joe Boy out of Hawaii, and originally it started because he wanted me to put them into some sweaters, and he was mom making in. They just kind of hit, and
you like him?
He wanted to buy a bunch of them, and then to make them like that.
Que tiene unos prietos de Hawaii y que le gustaron mucho.
Good. And then they turned out really good, but now I didn't have no. I mean, when I got the blacks, they were already the way they were. I mean, I didn't help them or improve them. He gave them to me, and then I crossed them on the sweaters, and it kicked.
Que un amigo de Hawaii le quería que le criara a él, entonces le mandó unos prietos, los cruzó con sus sweaters y que ligaron muy bien. Oh, I'm glad. Where would you see your dad?
Well, I ain't even told him I'm in Kentucky right now because I didn't go by there to see him.
You're off the wheel, buddy.
So they see this interview.
You're off the wheel.
I was on my way, but I get to go see him once or twice a year.
Okay, you're come off the wheel.
Yeah.
You better go see your daddy, buddy.
This was a last minute plan.
He just jumped in the truck.
Yeah, I just jumped in the truck.
Right.
I'm not driving,
Right.
so. But no, I'm gonna go up there and see him probably in about a month.
You tell him I say hi.
Cause see, I've got an uncle down here too,
In London.
in London, yeah.
Dije que cuando cada vez a su papá, cada 2 veces por año, dijo, aquí está Kentucky. Y sí, no. Ahora que no me vea porque me va a regañar porque no fui a verlo. Nah, that's good. Your dad's a smart man. I mean, I have a lot of respect for your father. I mean,
He's been in it a long time, and not trying to brag on, but he's like all around. He started off competing and training, and then started getting into the breeding and a lot of hard work.
Been there and done that.
Dice que su papá tiene jugó mucho tiempo y pues tiene una chatera muy bonita. Bush one time, Bush Williamson, you know him?
Yeah.
Mi amigo Bush, un saludo a Bush. he said that a customer called me, hey, give me a sweater trio from Dink. So he calls your daddy. How much? $1,300, $1,200, whatever it was. And then Bush tells the guy, yeah, $1,200 or $1,300. He goes, tell me I want a real good one. I'll give him $3,000 for him. You know, the best one. He calls Dink and hey, he said he'll give you $3,000 or for the best trio. I go, he's gonna get the same trio for $1,200. I mean,
well, you know, and I've actually heard him say that. You okay? It's fine. I mean, I already got him picked.
Right.
I mean,
you're going to get him. Yeah.
que un cliente de un amigo de Bush le pidió un trío de Dink y le dijo, ¿cuánto vale? Pues 1,300, dijo. Y dijo el mexicano, le dijo, le dije que le doy 3,000 por él. Y ya le dijo a Dink, dije que le da 3,000 por él. Y dijo Dink, pues va a ganar el mismo trío. Entonces, ya, he paid the 1,300.
but you know, then that's one thing that,
It's honest.
you know, I think he's always told me it was, you know, if you're going to stay in it, you got to send people, you know, what you'd be happy getting, you know, and stuff. And he's always done that, so.
Dice que su papá siempre ha mandado lo que sabe que le va a dar bueno a los gallos, a la gente, porque por eso ha tenido tanto.
Good, honest business.
That's why he's been. Yeah. I mean, there's a saying in English that says, you can shear a lamb 1,000 times, but you're going to skin him once, you know?
That's right.
Dice que le puedes quitar la lana a un borrego 1,000 veces, pero el cuero no más. He sent me off with $3,000 for a trio. I'll throw my sister in there, too.
You know, this is a small, and it's a tight community. You know, things start going wrong.
They're gonna,
people gonna hear.
They're gonna talk.
People, and it's gonna get around.
Dice que.
So you know, part of it is you need to keep your reputation up, and you need to send good. And
your name means everything.
Dice que
your name means everything. You know.
Yeah.
Dice que es una comunidad muy chiquita y que cuando haces cosas buenas todo el mundo sabe y cuando haces cosas malas también todo el mundo se da cuenta también. Do you like so you don't do any kind of sister or brother mating or daddy with daughter?
Every now and then, but I don't really have to that much. Like I said, I've got so many Marines and stuff that I've got them to where I can.
You don't need them, get them that tight.
And then
you got options.
Yeah, I've got options.
You got options.
And having Dink as a father, you know,
that
don't hurt. That don't hurt
that
none
don't
at
hurt
all.
none at all.
That ain't gonna hurt you.
You can go back to him and get anything you want.
Yeah.
Well,
You're a lucky bastard.
We're family.
Actually, when I went to he offered me to give me whatever I wanted, and I didn't take it. I wasn't bringing anything back then. I didn't want to take advantage of the situation, you know. Somebody gives me something, I'm not going to give it away or sell it, you know. Que cuando fui con Dink, me ofreció lo que yo quería regalado, no quise ganar nada porque no lo ocupaba, la verdad, no estaba creando en ese tiempo. But he treated me really, really well. Him and your brother were there.
Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blake. Nice, good kid.
Oh, yeah. He'd be a chicken man if he
carry
wants.
on. Yeah,
If he wants, he can. Mm-hmm. He's in a great position.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean,
He had some ace heels that he just got that time.
yeah.
I don't know if he still got them or not, but.
Yeah, he's probably still got them.
You like ace heels or no? ¿Te gustan los heels?
I got some. You know what? and I ain't gonna say nothing bad about ASOs because I see good ones, but it's really hard for me to throw feed to an ASIL when he's standing next to a sweater.
Yeah.
I mean,
que tiene asiles, pero que más a uno le gustan, pero que
but now
por feo.
But they make you like them because I tell you what, they don't bite.
No.
I mean, I can pick some of them up and put them on the thing right off thing and just pet them.
Pero que muy mancitos. My buddy, Luke Breezy from Missouri. Yeah. He said he raised sweaters one year and sold every one of them. And the next year he said, "Why are your sweaters doing?" I go, "I don't got them no more." I go, "How come?" God damn, they're so fucking goddamn ugly.
Well, I tell you though, the A-Seals have been doing very well, and they'll come in and then they'll start to, because people are going to change.
Oh yeah.
I mean, once you got a style that's doing, all them breeders, everybody's going to start coming up with something that,
to compete against that.
Que la
So
gente no
it'll
tonta,
make
que-
a circle
que
back.
Va a pasar un tiempo que la gente va a empezar a sacar cruzos que le van a ganar los asiles y se van a ir de modas. I'll tell you a quick story. Una historia que yo le compraba yo a Brian Corcoran y fuimos a comprar unas huililas Y llegamos con un creador y tenía como unos 300. Lo fuerte del suéter. Y fue con un creador y tenía 300 gallinas sueltas. 300. Y de verdad que son puras, que no, son suero cruzadas 3 veces, 2 cruzas, 3 cruzadas. ¿Y para qué las quieres? No, pues aquí todos los creadores aquí de la baba vienen y compran las sueros a $15 y lo venden como tríos. I told him I went to go see Brian one day and we went to buy some huiligas, Mexican carrying boxes, and went to a white guy. He had 200, 300 hens running loose. Oh, lemon hackle, yellow leg, and I go, what? Are they all pure? He goes, no, they're all 3-way, 4-way crosses, 2-way crosses. I go, what do you want them for? I go, all the Alabama breeders come here and buy them and sell them as trios. As sweater trios. So you have a lot of that going on with the ACOs
bad
too.
business, you know.
Well, I mean, good ACEs are big, but like I said, you know, I think they'll go for so long, and then you're going to get guys that are going to start coming up with
something with them.
yeah, they're going to come up with something that'll go against them.
Roundheads.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you're
Dicen que
gonna,
los Ranges sí le ganan
they'll-
a
Intelligentes.
and they'll start making.
kinda call them the
It'll
AC
make the
killers.
circle. They'll come in, and then they'll, you know, they're never going to go completely away, but
No, yeah.
you know, there for what about 2-3 years ago, you could have sold 1,000
Yeah, whatever,
ACL crosses.
Que hace 2-3 años
I mean, that's what
podía vender 1,000.
everybody was looking for.
I got a friend of mine who in Alabama. I won't say mention his name, but 3 years ago he raised like 500 ACOs, sold every one of them. Now he's got like 500 ACOs that he hasn't sold. He can't sell anymore. Un amigo mío en Alabama creó como 500 hace 2 años. Todos los vendió a Siles, cruzas, y este año tiene 500 y nadie los quiere. Nobody wants them anymore.
Well, a couple of years ago, I was telling them I had calls. You know, we need 500 ACL crosses. I don't have no ACLs. I was like, you know, I know so and so's got some. You know, you can call them. They're supposed to be pretty good. But I got sweaters and you know crosses and stuff. Well, these guys just want the ACL crosses. But I ain't got no. Now I got some ACLs, and I'm not getting a lot of calls for them.
Dice que tiene Siles, pero no tiene muchas llamadas. Are you to keep breeding them?
No, probably not. I mean, I'll probably keep them around, but I'm not. I really did them more for myself for fun,
Que lo tiene para
trial.
prepararlos él, pero
testing.
que lo va a probar, pero no está muy. Pero no piensa que lo va a seguir criando porque no es su estilo, pero que lo va a seguir criando a ver qué sale.
But yeah, I'm like I said, most everybody that I come to, they're looking for sweaters, Kelso's, Albany, or you know some crosses.
Que mucha gente quiere. Oh, I'll remind everybody to please comment and share this video. Por favor, comenten y comparten. Yo no cobro por las entrevistas, no estoy ganando nada. Yo lo hago por ayudar a la gente y más les pido, si pueden algún día comprar mi Bugabí Pro, cómprenle, es un producto muy muy bueno. Y comparten los videos y comenten. Ayuda mucho. También en mi canal, también en YouTube, estoy como Navajas Bugarín. También estoy como Bugarín TV, Bugarín Live. Y tengo una página que se llama bugarintv.com. Ahí puedes ver eventos en vivo. Bueno, eventos ya pasados. Y videos de Amare también. You can go to bugarintv.com. You can watch tournaments. And you can watch people tying and stuff like that from different handlers and breeders. You know, the handler, the tire is the least on the team, you know.
Yeah, right.
Like I said, we're real excited for you and Clark. We're ready to see y'all go down there.
I think there had been a white boy tying in the middle of León in probably 20 years.
30, 40 years.
Que primera vez que tienen un gringo en el
We're gonna integrate some gringos in down there.
That's right.
Send
The
them
funny part is he was tying he didn't see it, but he was tying his finger to the wood. Que estaba mandando su dedo I go, Clark! And he's like, oh, okay.
trying to sneak in the socket on y'all,
Right.
Nah.
huh? That's what we're talking about, though. You know, it's all business there, but you can still have a good time.
Man,
joke
we
around,
have fun like all day long,
camaraderie. And Good people.
I was lying down trampoline yesterday. He said he saw me and he said, I found a stray dog. And people were putting it on there. You should vaccinate him. He looks like he's got rabies.
Well, you know you gotta watch what this guy says. Read his shirt there.
Relax, gringo, I'm legal. Dice, relájate, gringo, estoy legal. Nada, pero todo el día estamos ahí jugando, la pasamos bien.
But we really appreciate you having us out, Clark.
No problem. No
Fish
problem.
and stuff.
Thank you very much. And
you know?
like I said, we'll be working with Cascabeles, and we'll have our own. We have our own team too, and we'll be competing in the toughest places in first level. Vamos a estar compitiendo en primer nivel. Si alguien quiere sementales, alguien quiere cuidados, manden un inbox. Somebody wants, cross stuff or stuff ready to compete in Mexico. Right. In Mexico, we're going to have really good stuff. So we're excited.
Saludos to todos mis amigos in Mexico. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Junior, Bangha, a lot of my friends that come out here to see me to Kentucky. Kevin, just really appreciate everybody and very, very happy to have everybody out here. So.
La mejor de México y la mejor también de ahora. Thank you very much. Dios los bendiga a todos.